Hey everybody, it's Mike Peasall, pastor at Gateway Christian Center here in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Today is Wednesday, April the 9th, and this is Mike's Midweek message. Thanks for joining me. So today I have a question for you. Is Jesus weeping over you? Now, as soon as I say that, some of you are like, I don't know if I want to listen to this one today, but hang in there. I think it's good news, okay? So I was thinking about this the other day. We know we're coming up on, this Sunday is Palm Sunday. It's when Jesus rode into Jerusalem. We call it the triumphal entry, and the people, the crowds were drawn to him. Some because of what they've seen, because of what they wanted to see Jesus do. They were hoping maybe that if this was indeed the Messiah, he would come and he would establish his earthly kingdom. He would take care of a business with the Romans and all this other stuff. Of course, what they were looking for and what Jesus had come to do were two different things. But so in this whole week, so much is packed into just this whole week of between coming into Jerusalem and cleansing the temple again and meeting with so many people and with just so much leading up to his time with his Last Supper with the disciples in the upper room, his betrayal by Judas, his the fact that all the guys just kind of leave him there in the garden. So much goes on, then the trial, and then the beating and the crucifixion, and of course all of that leads up to his resurrection. And it's pretty cool. And Easter Sunday, if you're not doing anything and you're here, I would encourage you to come to Gateway or listen in online because I'm just going to talk about why I need Easter. And hopefully maybe I know it applies to everybody else. But with that being said, one of the events that happens that I was thinking about in my quiet time this week was how Jesus looks out over Jerusalem and he begins to weep. And the reason he weeps is it's because they didn't recognize who he was and what he'd come to do. He was heartbroken over the fact that they were missing what he'd come to do. And so, and we find that in Matthew chapter 23, verses 37 through 39. And Jesus says, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often would I have gathered your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing. See, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, 'Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.'" But just get that picture. He says, I would gather you under my wings like a hen would gather her chicks under her wings. I mean, that just shows the extreme love that Jesus has for those people. And guess what? For you and for me. So many times we look at Jesus and we think, okay, he's mourning over us because we've messed up again or whatever. But Jesus is mourning over these people because they're not coming to him when he is the one who can fix what's wrong with them and what's wrong with you and me. In my life, and maybe in yours, I have when I do something that I disobey or I do something that hurts somebody, I tend to mess up. I tend to want to kind of pull away, let some time go. Maybe that person would forget the offense, or I would have time to make up for it, or we could just move on. But I will always pull away from the person that I've done the offense to. And it's kind of like I heard somebody say one time, it's like there's a difference in a relationship between some children and their father. For some children, it's, I've messed up, I need to hide from dad. But what Jesus is wanting us to do is have a different attitude and say, I messed up, I need dad. I need to go to dad. I need to make this right. I need to go to him and have him help me fix what I've done wrong. Instead of we're going to hide it, we're going to hopefully it'll get better on its own. Jesus wants us to come to him because that's one of the things that he's there to do, is to help us when we fall short. Without him, there is no solution, but with him there is a great solution. John 10, Jesus talks about this whole idea about being a shepherd. He talks about, it's the same thing that we see where he's mourning over Jerusalem. He talks about being a sheep that doesn't have a shepherd, and how sad that is, and how he wants to be the shepherd for the lost sheep. And you and I at one time were, or maybe you still are, a lost sheep, and Jesus wants so to be your good shepherd. And here's what he says about being your good shepherd, my good shepherd. So Jesus again said to them, "Truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. All who come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them." Now, he's not talking about that you're a thief or a robber before you come to him. You may be, and we all are sinners before. But he's talking about the other people who've come along and said, well, if you'll do this, then you'll be right with God. Well, if you'll say this, you'll be right with God. If you'll give this, if you'll give up this. Jesus is no, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I'm the only door in, and that's Jesus. So there have been others, the thieves and the robbers. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved, and I will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Jesus did not come to condemn us because we were already condemned. Jesus came to give us the one chance to get out of condemnation, and that is through his sacrifice on the cross. He is the good shepherd. He has made a way where there is no other way, and he's made that way for you, and he's made that way for me. And so I don't want you to think that he's angry. He is longing for you to come to him because he is the only means of salvation, and he doesn't want to see anyone not come to him. So that scripture goes on, and I just want to read the rest of it. Notice that the enemy comes to steal, kill, destroy. That's a good litmus test. If you're wondering, is this from the Lord or is this from the enemy? Does it look like steal, kill, and destroy? If it's steal, kill, and destroy, that's not Jesus. Jesus doesn't come in to steal, to kill, to destroy. He comes to give life abundant. That's really good news. The rest of that scripture goes to this: I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. Yes, the angry crowd yelling "Crucify him" was part of that. Yes, the Roman government was part of that. Yes, the religious leaders of the Jewish temple were part of that. But Jesus laid down his life willingly so that you and I could know salvation, so that you and I could have a relationship with the Father. I'm the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is a hired hand and not the shepherd, who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees. The wolf snatches them and scatters them. He flees because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd. For this reason the Father loves me, because I lay down my life that I may take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down, and I have authority to take it up again. This charge I received from my Father. This is talking about what we're entering now, this season that we're entering now, Resurrection Sunday. Jesus said, I am laying my life down because I love you, not because I hate you. I'm laying my life down because I love you. And I am laying my life down so that you can be right with the Lord. You can be right with the Father through my righteousness. That's what he's wanting to do. So I just want to encourage you, if you're going through some tough stuff right now, or maybe you don't have a relationship with Jesus, and I just want to encourage you, he didn't come to make you feel worse. He came to bring you back to life. Jesus doesn't want to make you the best version of you. He wants to make you like him, which would be the best version of you. But so many times we think, well, Jesus is going to come in and he's going to make me be what I want to be. Jesus wants to come into our lives. He wants to make us become what he has already designed us to be, which is full full of joy, full of peace, full of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. He came so that we could realize all of those things in our life. And that way we are above the fray because we're in Jesus Christ. I hope you'll have a great week, and I will see you next Wednesday. God bless you.